Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. So we're actually working on the Bulgarian. This video is a portion of that build. That big Bulgarian catamaran, the Zonda, the Animal Twin Cat. A lot of boats actually run a pull cable system. Okay, meaning you have a cable on either side of your horn and it's actually pulling the rudder. Pull this way to turn left, pull that way to turn right, right? A lot of times when you're trying to thread this cable into these sheaths right here, the end of the cable untethers, right? And it's like impossible to get it to go in. Or you get it in the cable or in the sheath and you go to put it in your steering horn and it tethers and it's just a pain in the ass. So today we're going to solder the end. Actually, it's more of a braze technique. I'm going to use a crucible method, but it's like a braze we're using. I'm sure there's many different ways to do it. This is just how I'm doing it. Depending on how long this takes, I need to actually make this connection, put the cable in that stub shaft. So we'll probably do that in here too. I'm going to be using a Loc-tite 638 for that. So let's go. Okay, so basically what I'm using is really hard to see. I can't even remember the brand. It's a silver braze. This is the silver braze flux, okay? Comes in a tube like this, and then you get a little roll of solder. Here it is. Mine's old. I've only used it a handful of times. When you need it, and it's like the only thing you can get to stick to like stainless steel. I think it'll stick to brass, copper. Anyway, you have to look it up. Old, but this is the bottle. Before you put it in your crucible, if it's like tarnished like this, take you some steel, like green pad or steel wool, clean off the silver wire. And then I use a 1/4 inch extension. Okay, it's like a Pittsburgh, so it's not a good extension, right? It's just trash, really. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and dip. Well, I've already cleaned it. I cleaned the cable with alcohol. You know, make sure the cable's clean. That's pretty important, right? Make sure the cable's clean. Okay, burn that alcohol off. Okay, clean it up. What I did is I went ahead and just stuck it. This flux, it's kind of old, it's kind of dry, but I got me some flux on the end where I'm going to be soldering. Make sure my cable's all together. Shouldn't touch the flux. I tried the regular method, like I do my flex cables. Dip it, and it's like it don't stick. It will, like regular solder on this stainless will not stick. I tried plumber solder. This silver braze is like the only thing I got to stick. Now, I think the most important part to this is to get the end of your cable like red hot, cherry hot, before you dip it in there. It's a braze. You know what I'm saying? It's a braze. And this is the end of the cable that's going to be like past the servo. So it really don't matter if we get it like scorching hot. But if you're brazing a part of the cable that's going to be under extreme load, I wouldn't get it. I mean, I would only get it as hot as you think you need it, right? So this is going to take a second to heat up because it's silver braze, and I'll just cut back in. Okay, so our silver braze is starting to liquefy here. Okay, so once it gets up liquidy, we got our flux on our cable, and I really just want to dip. I really just want to get the very tip of it hot, of my cable. It needs to be hot for it to accept the braze, right? Get it red hot. hope it took. Guess we're about to find out. Where's our wire brush at? Let's get our wire brush. Usually if you wire brush this cable, it'll fray up, so before this thing gets too cool and I have to reheat everything. Oh, I think it was successful. Yeah. Yeah, you see it's nice and bendy here. And then at the very end, not so much. Okay. So this is where I messed up when I was practicing for this video. I would actually come over here and try to clean up the end. And every time I did, I would take too much solder off. So let's try it right here instead. It's actually pretty tough, you guys. I tried to make it look easy, but it's actually harder than it looks to get this shit to stick. Right? It really is. Excuse my language. Okay. So, let's see if it'll go in our sheath. Might be too big at the end. Okay. Good deal. Oh, might be too much. Let's try to take a little bit off here without fraying the end. I'm going to have to resolder this when I cut it to size, but I don't want to have to be fumbling around with it whenever I'm trying to go into these. Look at there. All right, that's one. And the other one here. Oh, this one's got a tight end. All right. There we go. All right. As you can see, the end of it's still soldered. Okay. This one right here come out so good. It's got like a little tip on it. All right. Well, that's awesome. Okay. So now we need to make this connection right here. I'm going to cut this off one time. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. With this, I'm basically going to take a little, let's see what we got here. There it is. Okay, so with this stub shaft right here, I'm going to rough up a wire. Okay. I'm going to rough up a wire, and then I want to bend well, actually, let's cut it at an angle. Okay, that way we can actually gouge the inside of this stub shaft right here. Bet you money I'll end up bleeding. My wire's roughed up, right? I roughed it up. It's like a little file almost, you know. Okay, so I'm just taking in that sharp end, gouging it into my steering stub shaft here. Okay, now we'll hit it with some alcohol real quick. Just roughing up the inside so that Loctite sticks to it nice, gets a good bond, you know. I could feel it grabbing in there. Like right there, it was grabbing real good. Okay. I'm gonna heat this up mildly. To dry out the alcohol. Okay. Very lightly heated it up. Okay, that looks good. Alright. Now let's work on the end of this cable a little bit. Drag the paper across it a couple times. Okay. Also hit it with some alcohol. Get any grease off, oil. Okay. This is basically how you make a connection for a flex cable, right? With that 638 right there. If you have a flex cable not a welded flex cable. If a welded flex cable de-welds, right, then you can't really fix it. Like a .187 cable, 3/16 shaft that's welded, you can't really fix it. But if you have a cable similar to this, okay, this is an 8mm 1/4" cable. We're going to make this connection right here later on with that 638, right? Basically the same way we're prepping this up, we're going to use it for that cable, okay? And it'll end up looking like this. This is the MHZ connection, right? Same method, okay? Basically the same method, right? Same exact method. Just make sure everything's clean, free of oil, okay? And you got to work fast with this. You got to work really quick, okay? But you shouldn't ever have to worry about this coming loose or letting go on you, okay? Boom, boom, boom. We're going to use a little snippet of this this wire right here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fill. This stuff is thick, right? So I'm going to use that little snippet of wire, and we're going to basically fill this up. I'm trying to get all the little bubbles out. Right? Don't want to glue this damn rod right here in it either, though. You can hear all the little bubbles popping out of it, you know, while you're doing this. That way you know you got Loctite in the bottom, you know. Okay, so let's get some Loctite on our cable. Saturate the cable with Loctite. Okay, one more go inside the stub end. Okay, now we're going to put our wire, our cable in the stub shaft. You hear the air popping out of it? That's what you want to hear. Okay? That's what you want to hear. Wipe any of this excess up. Okay, now you just set it somewhere where it can cure. Okay, let's do the same thing to this one. Okay, I'm gonna take this one over here. My other vise. All right, that's it. This one's probably done. Oh yeah, I can feel it. It's done. This lock is actually not wanting to move, so I want to go ahead and get this video out to you guys, right? Use this Loc-tite 638. Okay, it could be used for flex cables, the end of wires, okay, cables. See how TFL soldered the end of theirs? It's not a solder, it's more of a braze, and that often unravels when you get your new boat, right? So hopefully this helps you guys out, okay? I'm just going to clean up these shafts real quick off camera with some alcohol, so that way I don't have any of that green Loctite on it. Oh, I need to get it off this sheath right here. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. That's my through hole for this boat. Looks pretty good. This guy right here gets mounted on the other side. Boom. You know, so it's actually a nut plate for this hydraulic. All right, so we'll see you guys next time. Maybe you guys learned something, maybe not. Thanks for watching.